radio for the masses.
Headline edition, July 8, 1947. The Army Air Forces has announced that a flying disc has been found and is now in the possession of the Army.
If the game is rigged, change the game. Game changer.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
This is Fade to Black with your host, Jimmy Church, on the Game Changer Radio Network and KGRA, the Global Radio Alliance.
I need your help to get to the year 1985.
You're listening to Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Network.
Good evening. Fade to Black. Bespoke radio for the masses. Ah, yeah, man. Ha! Today's Tuesday, November 24th, 2020. 329 days into the new year. Only 37 days left. We are live from a bunker somewhere in the middle of beautiful downtown Burbank, California. And I would like to welcome everybody listening all around the world, all across the United States. Hither and thither, to and fro, back and forth, up and down, east and west, north and south, far and near. This is Fade to Black for KJCR, the Game Changer Network, and KGRA, the planet. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. What is cracking, everybody? How you doing? Yeah, man. I gotta stretch. I gotta get ready. Because tonight is our YouTube AMA. Welcome to everybody over on YouTube. Let's do this, man. It's going to be a great night. Looking forward to this. Tomorrow, we're taking the night off. Wednesday is off. Thursday is off. Thursday is Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there. And we are obviously spending it with family. And Rita has informed me this is, okay. This is what we are cooking to take to our family's house. We are cooking mashed potatoes. We are cooking cornbread. We are making gravy. And we are making cranberry sauce. All homemade. Bop, 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 bop. So you're asking yourself, well, what's everybody else making? I know, right? Well, I guess turkey, stuffing, green bean casserole. Those I'm guaranteeing. And I guess we're bringing everything else. Oh, so funny. Looking forward to it. And it is truly my favorite. Next to Christmas, my favorite holiday of the year. And I said last night, and I really mean this, we have all endured 2020. And I realize what is going on out there. Okay, I realize that the pandemic and COVID and everything else and all of the warnings and don't, Thanksgiving, stay at home. You know what? You've earned it. Break the law. Just go hang out with your family. And you see, the thing is, you know what's going on. You're not at a restaurant. You're not at a shopping mall. You're not at a rock concert where you're around a bunch of people that you don't know. This is your family. You know what's going on. You know what time it is. And if you want to just get nuts, go and do it. All right? All right. If I was President, I would, emergency broadcasting system, I'd be right on TV. You want to go? You want to go? You want to go and hang out with your family for Thanksgiving? Go and do it. That's what I would do. I really would. All right. So tonight is our AMA, and I am on YouTube, and it's messing with me now because I never have a live stream in front of me. So you can see over here, that's our stream going out. That's the cameras, but I don't switch between the two. I just leave one camera running. But that's what's going on there. And this is in real time. See, when I move my hand, that's moving in real time. I see that. Right? Okay. You got it? What's going on here? Big screen. I can't look at it. It's like, it's bizarro. Okay, but anyway, I do see the feed, and it is coming up here. And let's see. Jimmy should watch Blacked. I can't see what that is. Do we have anybody monitoring this room tonight? Friggin' YouTube. All right, so that's it. Tonight's our YouTube AMA. If you're over on Twitter, we've got the links up to our YouTube channel. Head over. If you're on Facebook, the links are up for our YouTube channel. Come on over. All over social media. Our links are up for our YouTube channel. Come over there. I'm not going to take phone calls. I'm not going to look at Twitter. I'm not going to look at Facebook. Tonight, it's YouTube. Okay, so everything is going to come from this feed. All right, it's really that simple. Now, let's get this show cracking. Let me see. Where am I at? You know what? I'm going to skip everything. This is the holidays. Yeah, this is the holidays. This is the last show. Let's see. Today's Tuesday. And, yeah, oh, man, after today, almost, not quite a week, but 6 days. 5 days? 6 days? We've got a great week lined up next week. Oh, I also want to mention really quick that there's a rumor that is trying to get started. All right, I'm just saying that right now. Trying to get started. Saying that Nick Pope never worked for the MOD and Nick Pope never investigated UFOs on behalf of the MOD. All right, and so I get wind of this earlier today. And I posted up in Twitter, and it's right there. I'm just going to let you guys know it's right there. And I did speak with Nick today, and it was really funny. It's really funny. He picked up, I know why you're calling. I said, I bet you do. He said, Jimmy, I don't know what's going on. It's just crazy town. And I said, okay. He said, I posted the link where you can go, I don't know, Parliament or something, some official government website over in the UK, and you can go and see how they have addressed this issue. He said, he always says issue. And Nick has been out there. I've only known Nick for about 10 years, little less than that. I've certainly known of him forever, just like everybody else. And why is this popping up now? Right? It's kind of weird. But anyway, he has addressed it. I talked to him, I probably talked to him for a half hour right before the show. And we talked about some other things too as well. But he was, I don't know where this is coming from. And we know the sources of it. And it's just weird. So I'm not going to add any fertilizer to this for any growth. I'm just letting you know that was the purpose of that tweet today, and Nick was very quick to respond. And there you go. Okay, that's it. And I don't know if this, I have a feeling this is just going to die on the vine. All right, but I just wanted to let everybody know that's what's going on there. And if this does pop up in YouTube tonight, I really don't have any comment. Nothing further than what Nick has already posted. Okay, now, a couple of other things before we move on. I will try my best to keep up with YouTube. Okay, it's going to be fun. I enjoy the challenge, but wow, okay, you guys are okay. I'm going to do my best to keep up with all of this. I said to Rita, normally she's monitoring and she's picking out the questions so I don't have to. And I said, no, you know what? I'm going to interact with YouTube myself. I'm just going to do this myself tonight. She said, okay, good luck with that. So that I'm going to do my best. Let's have some fun with all of this. Let's get to the breaking news. The monolith in Utah, that shining, eerily symmetrical silver thing that was found in the Utah desert, has everybody screaming E.T. It must be aliens. I'm not so sure. Okay, now I still don't know who made it. It's tall. It's about 12 feet. I posted some pictures earlier today with two of, I guess they're park rangers, maybe the highway patrol. I don't know who it is, but standing on their shoulders, and they reach up to the top. This is about 12 feet tall, is my guess. Nobody knows how it got there, who stuck it among these rocks. They discovered it by helicopter. By the Utah Department of Public Safety, and they were out there literally counting sheep, bighorn sheep, but they're out there counting sheep. And everybody, myself included, I'm like, well, that looks like the opening scene to 2001: A Space Odyssey. It's very hard not to make that comparison, but it is there. I just don't think it's aliens. All right, the Department of Public Safety in Utah has not revealed its plans. But in a news release yesterday, the state's public safety department said it is illegal to place works of art on federally managed public lands. And this means that the monolith could be removed. I say leave it, right? I say leave it because that thing might fire off a signal to Jupiter, and I'll keep you posted if it happens. But pretty crazy. All right, there you go. Let's see. I hope they don't move it. I'm wondering how deep in the ground. It looks pretty permanent, right? It didn't fall over. I don't know. It's pretty cool. All right, Tesla's back in the news. Tesla shares continue to climb more than 4% throughout the day today, increasing its total market value above $500 billion for the first time. Tesla's market cap rose to more than $520 billion this afternoon. The surging stock value also boosted Elon Musk's net worth to $128 billion. That leaves him tied with Microsoft co-founder Bill Gates as the world's second richest person, plus or minus $1 billion or so. Now, One America News Network, also known as OWN. Isn't that Oprah Winfrey's network? OWN? Oh, that's OWN. This OOANN, that's not Oprah. OWN is OWN, but this OWN is One America. It's not Oprah Winfrey. I just want to make that clear. I'm still trying to, right? Okay. OWN has been banned from posting new videos to YouTube for a week for spreading COVID-19 misinformation. YouTube released this statement today, quote, "After careful review, we removed a video from OWN and issued a strike on the channel for violating our COVID-19 misinformation policy, which prohibits content claiming there's a guaranteed cure. Additionally, due to the repeated violations of our COVID-19 misinformation policy and other channel monetization policies, we've suspended the channel from the YouTube Partner Program, and as a result, its monetization on YouTube." OWN, by the way, not Oprah. This isn't Oprah. This is OWN, not OWN. This is OWN. OWN is carried by DirecTV, which is owned by CNN's parent company, AT&T. Best Buy's in the news. not the good kind. Best Buy has announced that it'll be leaving the country of Mexico after doing business there for 13 years. All 41 stores in Mexico will be closing starting December 31st. Wow. I'm going to leave you with this. Netflix has removed the Chappelle Show from its platform at the request of, wait for it, Dave Chappelle. Dave said he called up Netflix and said, hey, I'm not happy. This isn't cool. You shouldn't stream this on Netflix. Netflix's response was, hey, cool. And they pulled it. Simple. It was just a phone call. And Rita and I last week, this is the first 3 seasons of the Chappelle Show from Comedy Central. And we got 3 shows into the first season. It's such a great show. But that's it. We got 3 shows in on season 1, and all I got to say is, oh, well, it was cool while it lasted one night. All right, let's get this show cracking. Happy birthday to today, Billy Connolly. Today, 78 years old. Amazing, and one of my favorite films, Still Crazy. He was great in the Boondock Saints. It was a pretty insane role there for him. Of course, there was also the X-Files movie, I Want to Believe. Drummer Pete Best today is 79. That's right, the original gangsta of the Beatles. Pete Best today, 79. OG Blondie drummer Clem Burke today is 65. Our dead guy's birthday today is Donald Duck Dunn. 1941 to 2012, died at the age of 70. Bass player extraordinaire. Everybody knows that. Session musician, record producer, of course, songwriter. At Stax Records in Memphis with Booker T and the MGs. Dunn played on thousands of records, including hits by Otis Redding, Sam and Dave, and Rufus Thomas. He also played with Albert King, Bill Withers, Elvis Presley, Harry Nilsson, Mickey Thomas, Eric Clapton, Leo Sayer, Lee Von Helm, Joan Baez, Stevie Nicks, Bob Dylan, Neil Young, Rod Stewart, Jimmy Buffett, Peter Frampton, and Wilson Pickett. And that is just a partial list, by the way. In 1992, he was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and he is ranked number 40 on Bass Player Magazine's list of the 100 greatest bass players of all time. Of course, he was also in the Blues Brothers, played himself in the movie, and of course, the album, A Briefcase Full of Blues. It was on the morning of May 13th, 2012, when Donald Duck Dunn died in his sleep after finishing his 5th double show at the Blue Note nightclub in Tokyo with his old friend and bandmate, the one and only Steve Cropper. On this day in history, 1971, hijacker and criminal mastermind D.B. Cooper parachutes out of a plane with $200,000 in ransom money. That's right. The fate of Cooper remains a mystery. Fader fact. Listen to this. Get ready. A few days before the assassination of JFK, Karen Kupcinet, 23 years old, actress, was trying to place a long-distance telephone call from the Los Angeles area. The long-distance operator heard Miss Kupcinet scream into the telephone that President Kennedy was going to be killed. On November 22nd, 1963, 3 days later, the day of the assassination, an unidentified woman placed a phone call to a news station telling them John F. Kennedy was about to be killed. The call was placed about 20 minutes before his assassination from Oxnard, California. 2 days after the assassination, Miss Kupcinet was found murdered in her West Hollywood apartment. The case has never been solved. And that is your Fader fact. Tonight's our YouTube AMA. Wednesday and Thursday, we are taking off for the Thanksgiving holiday. I hope all of you just have a great time. Eat too much. Just do it correct. All right. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Now it's time for me to speak before I drink this River Moon coffee. rivermooncoffee.com. That's right. That's what we're going to be drinking after dinner, Thanksgiving Day, this Thursday, River Moon Coffee, rivermooncoffee.com. Now, there is nothing like a good old-fashioned sci-fi movie about robots taking over the world after they wipe out all of humanity. Yeah. And you know the story. We've heard, watched, and read it a million times. Man creates artificial intelligence. We lose control of it. AI decides it doesn't need us. And they move on without us. Stupid humans. Have you ever been to a museum? No, scratch that. Better yet. Have you ever been to an art museum? And you're there and a particular painting has brought you to tears. I mean, like literally made you cry. It happened to me once. Only one time. It was crazy. I was at the Getty Museum here in Los Angeles on the 405, heading into the valley right there, just north of Santa Monica, side of the mountain. It's huge. It's great. It's majestic. It's right there. And I'm at the Getty, and I'm walking around, and I'm checking out the art, right? Doing my thing, and everything was cool. I'm fine. And at the time, at the Getty, they had this exhibition of the first Bibles. And it was pretty amazing. Bibles open, big, small, the artwork, right? And I spent a few hours looking at this room full of Bibles, all under glass. It was pretty incredible. Can't remember if they had like a Gutenberg, but I think they did. But anyway, it's just a totally normal day. Hanging out at an art museum. Nothing special. Yet. Anyway, I'm walking around, you know, it's the people, it's the food, it's a museum, it's the courtyard and paintings and different rooms and things. And I'm walking through and I stumble upon the painting Sunrise by Claude Monet. Now, the painting itself isn't very big. It's like this big, right? It's like this big. I don't know, foot and a half tall, maybe. Couple of feet wide, that big, small, and I see it there, all these big paintings, and then here's this little one, and there's nobody standing there, so I'm by myself. I'm standing in front of it. I'm alone, and the painting itself, Sunrise, it's a small sailboat, couple of people in it. And then to the right, there's a little rowboat, and you can kind of see an oar sticking out, and there's a couple of people in it there too. But there's no details. That's it. It's like it's gray and shadows, some shades of blue, but you can't see faces, you can't see details, right? And it's like this big. A little splash of sunset, orange at the top, but that's it, right? And as I'm standing there taking it all in, everything's fine. I'm cool. And then it happened. Suddenly, out of nowhere, I've got a giant lump in my throat that just grew uncontrollably in like a second, maybe two. And a moment later, right, I'm like, what's going on? Tears, right, are shooting out of my eyes. I couldn't believe it. I put on my, excuse me, I'm shook up now. I put on my sunglasses. I'm like wiping my face. I got a flood coming down, trying to mute the sobs that are coming out of my mouth. It was nuts. And it's never happened again. It happened just like I'm describing it to you now. It's crazy, right? Well, Here's the thing. What is beauty? What makes a bright blue sky so special to us? You know, the stars at night, a face, a baby goat. How about a baby and a baby goat at the same time? Emotional overload, right? You get it. Well, in the future, all of the beauty in this world, the people, the art, the sky, the mountains, anything that stirs our emotions will be wasted and gone when AI kills all the humans. I don't see an Android AI bot bursting into tears at the first sight of Claude Monet's sunset, sunrise, or a baby goat. Nope. You see, the amount of research, the amount of time and code that it's going to take to eventually get to true AI is enormous. But it can and will be done. It's just a matter of time. And right now, the best guesses and estimates are between 10 and 50 years. Right? And a couple of days after that is when we're going to have real problems to deal with. The real question is this. Can consciousness be written into code? And the answer is pretty clear because we don't even know what it is. Consciousness. We can't touch it. We can't see it. We don't know where it comes from. We don't know where it's going to. So no, it'll probably never be coded or turned into some machine language for the future AI to enjoy. Artificial intelligence will never understand the emotion of beauty. You see, the Google logo will have the same effect as Claude Monet, baby goats, or a mountain lit up by a bright blue sky to the AI bots that have taken over the world. Beauty will be wasted and never seen again. Now, we may not be able to stop the development of true super artificial intelligence, but we can pump the brakes on the pursuit of coding consciousness. Android AI bots may eventually take over the world when they decide that us, you, and I are no longer needed. I get that. It'll probably happen. I know that. And those sci-fi movies I was talking about that are predicting our future for our entertainment, I get that too. But I'll be damned if I will give them the satisfaction of crying at the sight of Claude Monet painting that they've pulled out of the rubble of the Getty, right? When Los Angeles is laying in ruin. Yeah. But I'm getting my T-shirt printed now. It's going to say, just say no to coding consciousness. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. This is Fade to Black. Tonight is our YouTube AMA. 2 days before Thanksgiving. Let's have some fun. What's the worst that can happen, right? I'll be right back. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. Follow me on Twitter at JChurchRadio. If you want to come in and join the conversation over here on YouTube, the links are right there in social media. They're in Facebook. They're all over Twitter. They're all over Facebook. Go, click, come over and join us, and I'll be right back after this short break. Stay with us.
This is Nicole Church, daughter of you-know-who, And you're listening to Fade to Black on JimmyChurchRadio.com and the Game Changer Network.
You're listening to Jimmy Church, Fade to Black.
Fade to Black will now pause for alien identification.
The station that talks the net. KGRA Radio. Introducing the Game Changer blend from River Moon Coffee that delivers a customized blend made specifically for the Fadernauts. If the game is rigged, change the game. It's a bolder cup with some bite. Game Changer is the coffee of choice for those that prefer an organic dark roast that is slightly lighter and milder, but it's still dark. With wild notes of pecans and chocolate with a rich, balanced, full-bodied cup that is roasted to perfection for a great coffee to start your day, as an after-dinner coffee or anywhere in between. Artisan, small batch roasted to perfection. USDA certified organic, all River Moon coffee is freshly roasted and packaged in the USA. Just go to rivermooncoffee.com or click on the banners over on our site and use the promo code F2BBLEND for 15% off of your order today. rivermooncoffee.com. Go Beckley Teppy.
This is the only way forward.
This is Fade to Black. Make contact. KGRAradio.com.
This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black, and you can get our podcast for just $2 per month. All you have to do is click on the podcast banner over at jimmychurchradio.com.
Hi, folks. It's troubling times, and fear is pushing emotions, which in turn pushes health the wrong direction. Do you ever get an ache because life is uneasy? Try Life Change Tea at getthetea.com. Life Change Tea works on your digestive tract, helping to move food through quicker and comfortably so your health is spot on. Life Change Tea may not help with world issues, but it will help with your digestive issues. A glass a day helps keep the intruders away. So, change your life today. Log on to getthetea.com. That's getthetea.com. If your health game is off, get on by ordering Life Change Tea. Getthetea.com. And while you're on our site, look around at the great non-GMO organic supplements. And if you're a sales shopper, go to our specials page and see what's for you. I've been drinking the tea for 12 years and I'm sure glad for its health benefits. Again, that's getthetea.com. Getthetea.com. The tea that makes you go.
Permanent industrial glue impossible to remove? Not anymore, because Handyman Formula by D-Bond is a patented chemical adhesive remover. It's used in the building and home maintenance industry, but now it's available for your home use, for your DIY projects. Unglue stickers, silicone rubber, labels, price tags, flex tape, weather stripping, carpet glue, wood glue, liquid nails, even 3M 5200. And it dissolves graffiti. Yeah, graffiti. Handyman Formula by D-Bond works, and it's safe to use on most surfaces. No need to call a professional. Don't get out the pliers and blowtorch. Just apply a little Handyman Formula by D-Bond and wait 90 seconds, then quickly and easily pull the items apart. Get unstuck. Visit dbondhandymanformula.com. That's dbondhandymanformula.com or call 561-575-4200. Handyman Formula by D-Bond.
9 out of 10 geneticists agree.
Fade to Black is not your father's radio show on the Game Changer Radio Network and KGRA, the planet.
Hi, this is Rob Reiner from Anvil, and you're listening to JimmyChurchRadio.com.
What's up? I'm Chris. What up? This is Kyle Massey, and you're listening to Jimmy Church Radio.
All right, welcome back. Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody, and I really mean that. I really, really, really. Happy Thanksgiving. Yes, we are taking the next 2 nights off. We'll run some replays. And I've already told you, we're traditional over here. We're traditional. my family is a mix. It's Armenian, Greek, Russian, the in-laws. And I remember, this is about 15 years ago, maybe a little longer, but around 2003, 2004. And, you know, and I'm breaking into the family, right? I'm easing in. But they all, from the beginning, when it came to Thanksgiving, wanted to do it traditional. Now, I know that they were celebrating Thanksgiving before I came along. I just don't know what was on the table. But I roll in, and it has been traditional ever since. It's really great that we do it the way that we do. Just whatever is happening at your house, pretty much we're doing the exact same thing. And it's a wonderful day for all of us, and I just look forward to it. So let's get to it. All of the questions will be coming from the YouTube chat, which is right in front of me. I realize it is out of control. I have scrolled back a few hundred posts here, and I have found the first question. If you want to get in on this AMA and you're over in Facebook, the links to the YouTube channel are there. If you're over in Twitter, the links to it are there. If you're over on Spreaker in the chat room, we also have the links to Facebook up there. Facebook, the links to YouTube are there, and you can come over and join us and post your questions right there. So I'm doing this myself. This is just YouTube and I, right? This is it. This is so cool. All right, so the first question, I've got something in my throat, but I think I'm cool. The first question is this: what color socks are you wearing? I am wearing tube socks, your regular standard issue white tube socks, right here. There it is. All right, I pulled up my pants so you can see it with Adidas. I'm wearing Adidas shoes. Okay, next question. Pumpkin or pecan? Now, okay, that's a great question. Both. And both will be served on Thursday. Two regulations, though. Pumpkin pie, Cool Whip. Got to have it. Pecan, it's got to be warm. That's it. But I will do both. Okay. Now, if I had my druthers, if I had to make a choice, pecan. No, pumpkin. All right, let me get to the next question. Let's see. Maybe I should have had Rita do this for me. I'm learning my lesson right now. Okay. Okay, here we go. I am trying. Man, this is exciting. Bring up Soylent Green. Spread love, not Rona. Jimmy Church Super Spreader. I know, right? See, that's the thing. If it's your family, it's not a super spreader event. All right. All right, let's see. Okay, let's see. Man, lots of posts. Okay, you guys are enjoying yourselves, but let's get to serious question, Jimmy. Did I ever play at the Vogue or the Patio? The answer to that is sort of. Not in a band. Well, yes, with a band. Okay, so everybody, so you know that the Patio, this is a question from Indianapolis. And the Vogue is a theater near downtown Indianapolis, and it's pretty big venue. And the patio is a little bar in Broad Ripple. Is the patio still there? Who is the owner of that? What's his name? Cubby? Okay, so I played at the patio, got up and played guitar with a couple of times with a couple of different bands. I don't even remember what was going on, but I did do that. At the Vogue, I auditioned for a band that their guitar player was leaving. I can't even remember the name of the band now. It'll come to me. And I played with that band in Terre Haute. I went up and played a couple of songs, and then a week later they invited me back to do the real audition at the Vogue, and they were playing the Vogue that weekend, so they were set up for sound check, and I went in and played with the band during sound check. And I didn't get the gig. I didn't really want it, actually. And there were reasons for that. But so that's when I played the Vogue and I played the patio. Okay, let's see. Next question. This is Matt from Winnipeg. Ask Jimmy if he now realizes Justin Trudeau is up to no good. I was talking about this last night. I'm not so sure. I don't know what. Okay, I think Matt is referring to the video, the press conference, or the announcement that Justin Trudeau made last week to Canada, talking about the big reset, right? The global reset. And I only watched the video because of the way the internet was reacting to this. Oh, man, the New World Order. Justin Trudeau is part of the Illuminati. Okay, all right. So I watched the video, and I watched it from beginning to end, and I was waiting for the signals, right? The Illuminati signals, the New World Order, the Georgia Guidestones, right? I was waiting for it. I wanted it to be there, right? I didn't hear it. I didn't see it. I'm not so sure about the overreaction from it. Look, I like a good conspiracy like anybody else, and especially when it comes to politics. But I didn't hear it. I didn't see it. And I don't know why Canada reacted the way that they did. Yes, he used the word reset, but I think there's an opportunity here for all of us to kind of rethink the way we've been doing things. You know? So I don't know. But yeah, Matt, I did see it. Maybe I got to watch it again. Okay? All right. Let's see. No calls tonight. No, we will not be taking calls. All YouTube. Yes. Okay. Hey, Jimmy, are you talking pasticcio? That's posed in the form of a question. That's from Kaz. Pasticcio is a Mediterranean Greek dish that my mother-in-law makes so well. And I talked about it on the show a couple of weeks ago. And, oh, man, absolutely amazing. Let's see. Has Jimmy ever had, this is from Rhonda, has Jimmy ever had Richard Hoagland on the show? Yes. Had Hoagland on the show once. I think it was about 8 years ago. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Where is he these days? Is he still doing his radio show? Haven't heard anything from Richard or about Richard in a very, very long time. Okay, let's see. Skip it. Hey, Jimmy, do you like His Dark Matter? Oh, you're talking about the TV show. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I like it a lot. There's a few things that are getting ready to kick off. American Gods is on its way back. I was hoping it was going to return. Orlando Jones is no longer with the show. I don't know how I think he got fired, by the way. I won't get into those details, but I don't know how they're going to phase out his character. And yeah. But American Gods is coming back. I'm really looking forward to that. So there you go. Or are you talking about, no, His Dark Materials, not His Dark Matter. His Dark Materials. Yes, I can't wait. I think Good Omens is on its way back too as well. Right now, I'm watching Great News. It's a comedy series, and it's pretty good. Just started season 2. Okay, let's see. I've got a question for you. What are your thoughts on if there is a planet or not? Planet 9? Oh, I think there's probably Planet 12 or 13 going on. Yeah. Planet 9, Planet X. Yeah, definitely they are out there for a couple of different reasons. And it's more about physics and astrophysics and math that are supporting some of this gravitational pull and movement that is going on out beyond Saturn. And I'm specifically talking about Neptune and Uranus. And I'm also a little freaked out about the angle 17 degrees that Pluto orbits on. Everything else is on the elliptical except for Pluto. It makes you wonder how that got started. But I'll say this. Neptune and Uranus were very difficult for us to spot. And those are newer discoveries in our solar system. But the further you go out, and certainly if you're like getting out beyond Pluto, you're only going to see something if it's reflecting the light of the sun. Okay? That's one of the reasons why things moving on and around out there like a rogue planet, you would never see unless there's sunlight reflecting off of it. You're not going to see it in a telescope. You're not going to pick it up any other way. And I think there is a lot of evidence of large bodies out there in the Kuiper Belt, in between our solar system and the Kuiper Belt, out beyond that in the Oort cloud. So I think that there's many more planets out there that have yet to be discovered. And now, are we talking about an Anunnaki, Nibiru situation? Yeah, possibly. Yeah, I'm right there. I think that there's more than 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 that are out there. Probably bigger numbers than that. Let's see. Yeah, His Dark Material. There you go. You are right about that. Nick Pope is cool. I agree with that. Let's see. I like Nick Pope. Jimmy, do you like Timothy Good? Timothy Good was a game changer for me. Timothy Good, who wrote Above Top Secret and More Above Top Secret, Part 2, the second book. Above Top Secret, I read a dozen times. I finished the book, I flipped it over, and I started it again. Right? Thick book. Timothy Good changed things for me. I was already investigating UFOs and fully into it, but that book was so well done. Big respect for Timothy Good. Let's keep going here. No, not Nick. I know, right? Oh man, Nick and I had a pretty good laugh about that today. I said, man, this is the last rumor that this, and he just laughed. Yeah, I know. All right. Let's see. Ian says he's going to ask a question soon. Good for you. Let's see. Yeah, poor Nick fighting fake news. I agree with that. I just don't understand the basis of it. I don't understand the basis of trying to spread those kind of rumors. Let's see. Man, so many posts, and I'm weeding through this. Oh, it just jumped to the bottom. Now I don't know where I was at. Will we be posting more of the Game Changer Network? You're talking about the H Factor. We are working on that now. I'm going to let everybody know we've got so many different things that are in production right now. I'm working on 2 films, and which I can't really talk about right now because they're not my films. We are working on those. We're working on the H Factor. We're always working on Fade to Black and other things to do with the show. So we're really busy. One of the reasons why I chose to leave Coast to Coast, and just life is just too busy at the moment. What are your thoughts about George Adamski and his findings? Man. George Adamski. If I go back to that era, and, where you're looking at the things that were going on out at Giant Rock, the things with Venus and abductions and contact that was happening throughout the 50s, it was a very strange time. And you can go and watch, and Adamski was right at the front, George Van Tassel, right at the front of all of this. And you can go and look at film, newsreels and things of different reporters, like walking up to the street and findings. So, have you ever seen a flying saucer? Yes, I've ridden on one. You've ridden on one? Yes, I have. Where'd you go? Went to Venus. Really? Went to the moon too. Really? And this was going on all over the place. And George Adamski was right in the middle of this and was a catalyst for a lot of this. Now, Adamski seemed to be at the right place at the right time. He took a lot of pictures, too, as well. I think they're a little bit questionable these days, and I always wondered about them when I first saw them so many years ago. And Adamski's interviews and some of his stuff, meeting the Pope and getting rings and what have you. But today I don't feel it when it comes to Adamski. And it's the opposite for me when it comes to Adamski, the way that I feel about George Van Tassel, who were side by side through all of that in the 50s. George Van Tassel was a different character. And yeah. So Adamski, not so much today. George Van Tassel, strong. All right. Did you watch his? Yes. I think I just answered that for the third time. What's happening with the Peru J. Widener mummies? Yeah, I haven't heard a whole lot. Now, I was speaking with the folks over at Gaia a few months ago about an update on the Nazca mummies. And I think they said at that time that they were finishing up a documentary and working on some stuff that had to do with DNA and other things and some of the scientific findings that have been there. I haven't followed up. So thank you for reminding me. I will reach out to Gaia and see what is happening there. I don't have an update other than what I just told you. If you could travel to another planet or live on a space station knowing it was one way, would you? Great question, Rachel. Rita and I were talking about this the other day. Literally this subject. And going one way. And it got a little bit heated. I mean, what do you do? Because you're leaving your family behind. You're leaving everything behind. Do you do it? Do you take the opportunity? Rita said she would do it if it was round trip, if she could come back. One way, no. And for me, I was like, if I could go, would I? How could you say no? It's a bit tough. I think that, and judging from the way Rita reacted to my answer, I think that that is a question you can only ask in the moment, like if it was official. One way, I don't know. SpaceX, right? Going up to ISS and coming back, or heading up on Blue Horizon, Amazon, Bezos. Do you do that? Do you do Virgin Galactic and go up and check things out and land again? Yeah, I would do that in a second. I would. But going to Mars, one way, tough call. Tough call. Starship heading out forever. Tough call. I mean, first off, Rita's got to come with me. And the second consideration is always food. Food's got to be good. All right. Hi, Jimmy. Until what age do you see yourself doing radio? I don't know. I'm 57 right now. I've been doing this for 8 years, 9 years. So I guess I was 48 when I started. I don't know. I'm enjoying things. I don't know. Do I want to be 70 and still doing this? Nah. I think at that point, like take George Norrie, for instance, or even Art Bell, even though he quit a bunch of times, or like Larry King, who did television until the bloody end. I want to be able to go out and see the world and just go. Norrie, I think he's like 70, 71 right now. I hope, George, if you're not 71 yet, I apologize. But let's just say he's 70 and he's not going anywhere. I don't know. At that age, I want to be in Egypt. I want to be in Greece. I want to be in Armenia. I want to go check out Russia and France and head over to Asia, right? Central and South America. Go and explore things. Australia, New Zealand. Just go and see the world and the world's museums and the cultures and the food and spend years doing it because you can't do it right now. And so, yeah. I don't think I want to be doing this when I'm 70. All right. Let's see. Mincemeat. No, I don't do mincemeat. Jimmy's eyes aren't too good. They're not? What's wrong with my eyes? It's the lighting. My eyes are fine. I slept like 2 hours last night. How much? It's the lighting. What's funny? I've got all these studio lights in here that I don't light up. I should, underneath and above, I should just blast these lights and adjust the color. And I could, what should I put on? Should I put on makeup? All right. Are you hiking in Yosemite? Okay, Jimmy, you are hiking in Yosemite and meet a female 7-foot Sasquatch motioning for you to follow her. Do you? I do not. That's from Pamela in Arizona. I don't follow Sasquatch anywhere. Let's see, Jimmy, I make a mean bourbon pecan pie. That sounds really good. Alberta just limited pumpkin or sweet potato pie. No, I don't do sweet potato anything. I just have a thing about sweet potatoes. No. Let's see. Alien prediction, please. What kind of prediction? Clarify. I'll get to that in just a bit. Have you seen a UFO? Have you not? That's from Gene. Have you not listened to Fade to Black? I've seen hundreds. Yeah, I've seen hundreds. Hundreds. Not enough time. I've seen a lot. No, I only questions from YouTube. That is correct. Apple pie with a small amount of whipped cream. No. Apple pie has to have a large amount of whipped cream. And apple pie, always hot. We do it all the time at the house. And once a month, we've got an apple pie there. It always goes back in the oven, reheated, and ice cream, vanilla ice cream, high-end vanilla ice cream piled on the top. And you let that melt into the hot apple pie. Doesn't get any better than that. Jimmy, why don't you have the pilot sign your program who actually engaged with the Tic Tac that were in the sky? Okay, I think that's not said right. Why don't you have the pilot on your program? Are you talking about Dave Fravor? I might have Dave on someday. It's just, I know he saw something. I just don't think it was alien. I don't think it was E.T. I want it to be E.T., but no, I don't think it was. Let's see. Maple or rosewood neck? That's a great question. Maple. Now, and what is funny about that, as I look around, okay, this wall over here, this wall, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rosewood necks, 1 maple on that wall. This wall, all maple, all the way across. And then you come down this wall, and it's a mix. It's rosewood, maple, rosewood, maple, rosewood, rosewood, maple, maple, maple. But I prefer maple. Yeah, I prefer maple. That's what's in here at this moment. So there you go. Great question. I made the change to maple from rosewood and ebony because of Eddie Van Halen. And I've just preferred the sound to maple over the years. A little brighter, right? But yeah. And there you go. And I can tell the difference. Some people say you can't. I can. The rosewood neck stuff is definitely darker and warmer. There's no question about it. I was going to give you an example of that. This particular guitar here, I don't want to spend a lot of time. I just blew through the commercial break. This particular, this Jackson, it's a rosewood neck with humbuckers in it. Too warm. I could not get that thing to brighten itself up, no matter what I did. So there you go. I got to take a break right here, everybody. Stay right there. This is our YouTube AMA. I got to pay the bills. That's the way this works. All right? So quick break, and I'll be right back with more of your questions. This is Fade to Black, and it's really simple. If you're on Facebook, our links to the YouTube channel are there. If you're on Twitter, the links to YouTube are there. Come over and post your questions, and I'll get to all of them when we come back. Stay with us.
This is Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Radio Network and KGRA, the Global Radio Alliance.
This is KGRA Digital Broadcasting Station, Salt Lake City, Utah, Van Buren, Arkansas.
Hello, my name is Billy Carson, and I am a best-selling author and the founder of ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. Together with my team, we have built an all-new conscious streaming TV platform designed with every family member in mind. If you have ever wanted to travel the world and attend lectures and workshops from your favorite speakers but weren't able to, look no further. ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. There are dozens of workshops and lectures from speakers you know and love. We have also included amazing categories to assure that your consciousness is entertained and elevating on a daily basis. Amazing interviews, ancient history, ascension knowledge, wisdom teachings, documentaries, conspiracies, mysteries, health and fitness, conscious cooking, meditations, finance, yoga, and so much more. To start your free trial on any mobile device or computer, surf to ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. That's Forbidden Knowledge with the number 4, ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. Again, visit ForbiddenKnowledge.tv today.
Listen, I know, and you know, that you've always wanted your first crystal skull. Or maybe you're a collector just like me, but you just don't know where to go to find the real thing. Then I met Carolyn Ford over at EinsteinTheCrystalSkull.com. Carolyn is the guardian of Einstein, one of the most respected ancient crystal skulls in the world. All of her unique skulls have been imprinted sitting with Einstein in his sacred lodge and are carved from the finest gemstone and materials. Imprinting is the process of receiving the ancient wisdom from the master skull or master computer. Einstein, the ancient crystal skull. To see Carolyn's current collection of crystal skulls, just visit her store at EinsteinTheCrystalSkull.com or click on the banner over on our site. Don't forget to use the promo code Jimmy at checkout to receive 10% off of your order today. That's promo code Jimmy. Finding your first or next crystal skull is easy. Just visit EinsteinTheCrystalSkull.com. When you take the beans from Central America with dashes of Indonesian and African mixed in and then roast it to the dark side of fade to black, you create the ultimate brew of fringe. Introducing the Fade to Black blend from River Moon Coffee. Yes, River Moon's darkest customized roast was created for the love of Fade to Black. The alchemy of masterful roasting and smoking the beans is in every sip of this full-bodied, dark Java. I need my coffee dark, deep, with distinct bittersweet chocolate highlights, just like the bunker. Leaning further into the darkness of the roast is Fade to Black blend from River Moon Coffee. Just click on the banner at jimmychurchradio.com and use the promo code F2BBLEND for 15% off of your order today. Go Beckley Teppy.
Hello, I'm Katie, and you're listening to my main man, Jimmy Church, on jimmychurchradio.com.
Hi, this is Ray Hobbs here, repping the planet, and you're listening to my good friend, Jimmy Church, Fade to Black, on the Game Changer Network and the KGRA digital broadcast station.
This is Toby Kebbell. You're listening to jimmychurchradio.com. Don't hurt me, Jimmy. I'm only little.
Hey, I'm Adrian Grenier. And this is Ari Gold. We're the Honey Brothers. We are also Honey Brothers. Hey, I'm Adrian Grenier.
And I'm Ari Gold.
We're the Honey Brothers.
And you're listening to Jimmy Church.
The Revolution.
This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black, and you can become an official Fadernaut by just going to our membership section at jimmychurchradio.com.
Hello, this is Serena Wright Taylor from Conscious Life Expo, and you're listening to Fade to Black with Jimmy Church, who holds the Lucky Pony record for the best astrological chart since 1963. True story.
This is Micah Hanks of the Gralien Report, and you're listening to Jimmy Church on Fade to Black, across the globe on the Game Changer Radio Network and the one and only KGRA Radio, The Planet.
Welcome back, Fade to Black. I am your host, Jimmy Church. Tonight is our YouTube AMA. Hello to everybody on YouTube. You guys are crazy. You guys are crazy, and lots of stuff here. I'm just going to get straight back to it. Ask me anything. Next up, Ian says, Jimmy, have you ever been initiated into an occult order? I can't talk about that. Or had any other ceremonial energetic initiation? No, I haven't actually, of any kind. Of course, I'm kidding about the occult stuff. I haven't. No. If it ever happened, I swear on all that is holy, I will talk about it on the air. I absolutely. There you go. Jimmy, have you ever eaten apple pie with a slice of cheese on it? I have, and it is delicious. Yeah, cheddar cheese, actually. The patio has been closed, and that's from Doug. Wow. Man, I saw so many great bands there.
Man. Okay. All right. That's a bummer. Let's see. Who was the craziest you have ever dated? Before Rita? All of them. Next. Why don't you have the pilots on? Oh, okay, I just answered that. It's not the Tic Tac pilots and things. I suppose, it's now this is the real deal answer on that. It's been almost 4 years. They have answered all of the questions and have gone backwards and forwards with it. I'm not so sure that I could ask anything new. I don't know. Let me think about that. Okay. But there's no reason why I haven't. Okay. Let's see. Did you ever meet Dimebag? I did not. Dimebag Darrell. No, I didn't. That bums me out just thinking about that. Yeah, never did. Okay, hi from Portland. Do you remember Lydia Van Houston at the Roxy, 1987? I do. Mick Capsolito on bass. Wow, that's I do actually remember that. Were we there together? Is that why you're asking about that? I do remember that. Yeah, I do remember that. Man, that was long. Man, it's hard to believe, but that was 33 years ago. Okay, let's see. What is the one thing? And by the way, I'm not reading these in advance, so whatever pops up is the way it's going to come out. What is the one thing you have been most wrong about? Or have you ever been wrong? I'm wrong all the time. What's the one thing that you have been most wrong about? That's a tough one. Are you talking about a guest on the show, a subject, music? You know what? You know what I was most wrong about that I feel guilty about today? I was most wrong about Neil Young. That's right. I was so anti-Neil Young growing up. I didn't get it. Heard the songs on the radio. I just didn't like. I wouldn't. No, and I never gave Neil a chance. Today, and this has been going on now for me for probably over 25 years. Neil Young is not only a genius and an amazing guitar player, but he's the package. It's the way that he sings. It's his lyrics and his emotion. And I cannot believe I was so wrong about Neil Young. Oh man. So there you go. All right. I've said it. Let's see. Trudeau is a POS. Election data was run through. Oh, stop. But apparently you're from Canada and you have your opinions. There you go. But I'm not going to get into election data, conspiracy fraud stuff. Let's see. Jimmy was wrong from the beginning about Justin Trudeau. Justin is an enigma, man. He's tough to figure out. He's tough. I'm with you. He trips me out. The original version of Justin, young, right, good looking, charismatic, carried himself pretty well. And the Justin of today and some of the interviews and things and the stuff that I've heard him say, I'm like, dude, you're whack, right? But then he's got this other side where he can just put on the full political face, where he's got the right decorum and can carry himself well. It's like bizarre. He's his own worst enemy. Illuminati equals Draco. Yeah, you're probably right about that. Possibly Pink Floyd, Wish You Were Here, or Cranberries Linger. Okay. Let's see. Did you ever see... I don't think that question is pointed at me. That is pointed at somebody else. Jimmy doesn't do politics. Yes. Okay. Jimmy said a couple of months ago, Justin was a cool guy. Is this a Canadian audience tonight? I said, and I meant it. Yeah, I think I just answered that. All right. Okay. Let's see. Back in the spring, he told the parents to leave the room so he could talk to... Oh, man, stop with that. Okay, let's see. Judging politicians, not so great. You can't... Look, I said last night on the air, when it comes to politics, one of the things that I don't want to do is divide my audience in half and get them fighting. No reason for that. There's nothing productive that will come out of it. But what I do with politics is I remove myself and I look at both sides, or all sides, I should say, not both sides, all sides. And one thing that I have definitely figured out at the age of 57 is I don't trust any politician. I don't. It could be a family member of mine, and I wouldn't try. See, the thing is this. I think that politicians start out with the best of intentions, right? They've got a small town, or they're running for city council, and they want the curbs painted in their street, and they want the paving done, and they want a new stoplight put in, and they're doing the right thing. And if you go from the city council and you work your way up, now you're in Congress, and now you're a senator, you're bought and paid for. At that point, everything that you got into politics for is gone and forgotten. And I don't care what party. I don't. And that's it. That's it. That's my take. Okay. Jimmy, have you done any remote viewing? I have not. I want to learn it. I want to go the processes of all of it, and I would love to learn remote viewing. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see. Maple or Rosewood again? Jimmy, where you got that chair from? It looks nice. It's just a gaming chair purchased off of Amazon. So there you go. That's what it is. Soon to be replaced. It's squeaking now. And remember, it was moving up and down, so I stopped. It's lowered, and I had to readjust everything in the studio for the low height. I prefer it raised. I couldn't get it to stay up. So this gaming chair, which is comfortable, but and I found another one that I just sat in, and it was really, really nice. So it's probably going to get replaced. Are you familiar with Carlos Diaz's Ships of Light story? I am, and it is very interesting. And thank you for bringing that up. I will go and look at it again. Let's see. Do you remember a band called Y&T? Back in the, I saw Y&T probably 3 or 4 times. Dave Meniketti. Yep, from San Francisco. Great band. He's a great player, great singer. Love Y&T. Yep. There you go. Let's see. Are you... Okay, I got that. Oh, geez, you guys, there's so much. What do I think about the metallic monolith found in Utah? I spoke about that in the opening part of the show. It's cool. I think it was obviously placed there by an artist. I would love for it to be aliens. I would love for it to be 2001: A Space Odyssey. That would be really cool. I would love for it to start firing off signals to Jupiter telling us to stay away from Europa. I would love all of that to happen. Not so sure. I think it's we need whoever put it there to come forward, whether it's aliens or the artist. I don't want them to move it. I don't want the state of Utah to move it. I know that it is on federal land, but it is very cool, right? It's very cool. I hope they don't move it. Let's see, Jimmy, what was your favorite guest on your show? It's always the last one. The shows always, for me are always better than the previous show. Yeah, that's a tough call. That's a tough call. And I can go down the obvious list here. Talking about Dolan or Linda Moulton Howe or Scott Wolter or Billy Carson or Jason Quitt or I could go on and on. Last night, James Redfield, right? I love all the shows. I love all the guests. Going back, some of the shows that blew my mind back in the beginning were there were a couple of standout shows. I had a physicist on that talked about the bulk and traveling, across the universe in a matter of seconds. That was pretty good. I forget who that physicist was, but I like all the guests. At this point, I bring on guests that I enjoy, that I'm going to get information from. And we have the ability to do just that, one after another. And next week, I know who we're having on the show. And I just look back and just think, this is great. If you think about like Rick Delano from last week, what an amazing show, right? Dave Schrader, what an amazing show. And we do this stuff constantly, right? And I'm at the point now where I can say everybody's my favorite guest. Next one, can TTSA redeem themselves in your mind is what you're asking. We'll see. I don't know. Something's got to bust for TTSA. I know that there are a lot of people in their corner right now that are hoping for it. I am too, but it's now been 3. We're going into our 4th year with TTSA. So, yeah, they've got to move. They got to move in the right direction pretty quick. Jimmy, do you believe Bob Lazar? I was the biggest Bob Lazar fan forever until just recently. I mean, and I talked about this so many times on the show where I have gone back and watched all of Bob's early interviews and the way that he spoke and the way that he presented himself and all of the stuff with Stanton Friedman and looking into MIT and his education and the schools that he went to are right here in the Valley where I'm broadcasting from. And very strange things popped up, and I was willing to put all of that away. Maybe, the government went in and erased his stuff and okay, all right, his education and his background, and they messed with him. Okay. All right. I was willing to accept that, except today when some of that stuff popped up during that documentary that came out a couple of years ago about the FBI raiding his company looking for Element 115. And it turned out not to be the case, and that was a murder investigation that had nothing to do with Bob, and and seeing it just rubbed me the wrong way. And so right now, when it comes to MIT, when it comes to Caltech and everything else, it's time to bring that stuff forward. Bring it forward. Because we all know our teachers, we all know our classmates, we all know everything about all the schools that we have ever been to. And for Bob not to have any documentation online about whatever it took for him to get his degree in physics and everything else, where's the pay? You've got copies of it. You didn't throw all of that stuff away. Where's all your schoolwork? Where are all the tests? Where are all of your papers? Where are the reports? Where is everything? Just bring it. Just bring it. Bring it. Go, here it is. This is everything. These are pictures of me and my classmates in the cafeteria. This is me at a kegger party at MIT. This is me at a kegger party at Caltech. Where are these pictures? Where are your friends that you went to school with? Right? Somebody. That's all. That's where I'm at. Okay, getting off the Bob Lazar part. I know he's still got a lot of fans. Is there a new season of Dark Matter? I don't know what that is. American Gods, yes. Jimmy, short scale or long scale? Guitar? I guess I do both. But short scale, I guess you're talking 24 3/4, like a Les Paul right there. Dig that. Strats have a longer scale, 25 and 1/4, a little bit longer. I prefer Strats, but I do have a Baby Explorer hanging on the wall. That is a 22-inch scale, super short, and that thing is fun to play. All right? So I prefer a Strat scale. All right. Let's see. Jimmy, do you think someone let loose this virus to control the world's population? Possible. It's possible. It's possible. Yeah, it's possible. We have to wait on that. Let's see. Bob Lazar again. Okay. What audio board do you use and do you like it? Right now in front of me, and I've been through like 5 during this show over the last 8 years. This is a Mackie Onyx 1620i. So it's 16 channels. It's a pretty cool board. Gets it done for me. I've been through so many, but right now I'm using a Mackie Onyx 1620i. Okay, there you go. Let's see. I hate the show American Gods. I loved the show American Gods. Have you seen Dark on Netflix? No, I have not. So there you go. I have not seen it. I don't even know what that's about. Jimmy, I really would like Jimmy to do a Skinwalker Ranch show. That's one crazy place. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. You guys are repeating your questions, I see. Okay. What is your opinion on portals around the planet? I believe they exist. I do. Some of these doors, the stone doors in the sides of mountains, that stuff freaks me out. I mean, what were they doing back then? I think there are portals. I do. I've been in the middle of a couple of strange things myself, by the way. This is Fade to Black. Tonight's our YouTube AMA. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. I'll be right back after this short break. Let's continue the fun. Stay with me.
Way out here, we listen to Jimmy Church.
You're listening to Fade to Black.
Always on the edge of the hottest alternative talk. Jimmy Church with Fade to Black. KGRAradio.com.
tal, mis amigos? Yo soy Mario Carson, el tiburón, y los invito para que escuchen a mi buen amigo Jimmy Church Radio. ¡Claro que sí!
Do you want to be an official Fadernaut? Of course you do. This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black. Just go to our membership section at jimmychurchradio.com.
Old New England Soap is committed to producing the highest quality organic and goat milk soaps available anywhere. We take pride in using the purest ingredients and avoiding the typical shortcuts used by other soap makers. Because goat milk is what feeds your skin, we have formulated our soap to use the maximum amount of goat milk possible, 38%, more than double any other brand. Not because it's easy, but because our soap is always better. We are proud to offer you what we consider to be truly premium quality handmade soaps. What's more, our soap does not contain GMO ingredients, pesticides, sulfates, dyes, artificial colors, alcohol, or petroleum products. Try our new shampoo bar and pooch soap, and be sure to see all of the great scented woodwick soy candles that burn soot-free for up to 100 hours. Right now, save 15% on your order and get free shipping on orders over $45. Buy now at oldnesoap.com. That's oldnesoap.com. Not available in stores. oldnesoap.com.
So, you love talk radio? Then you'll love TalkStreamLive.com. TalkStream Live is always on, 24/7 with the best streaming talk shows. Find your favorite talkers and discover some new ones. It's free, readily available online or on mobile with any smartphone or tablet. Finding your favorite talk shows all in one place has gotten a whole lot easier. Just go to TalkStreamLive.com. Be sure to download the free apps from Google Play or the iTunes App Store.
You listen to us, and we listen to you. And so does the CIA. KGRARadio.com.
Telepath is a weekly digital newsletter filled with the latest paranormal news, trending topics, and fresh articles from some of the most popular critical thinkers in the community today. Stay informed on your favorite paranormal podcasts and live streaming talk shows. Interact with the Telepath and upload your paranormal story or pics. It could be featured in an upcoming edition. Sign up right now for the free Telepath newsletter at paranormal.radio. That's paranormal.radio.
Including the network you're listening to right now, the Paranormal Radio app, free in Google Play and the iOS App Store.
You are listening to Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Network.
Oi, oi, I'm Reese Evans. You're listening to Jimmy Church. This is Revolution. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution is on radio. Ciao.
All right, welcome back. Fade to Black. I am your host, Jimmy Church. And it's at this point in the show, I have to tell you about Virtual Shield VPN. Last year, websites shared over 100 trillion pieces of personal data. Personal data taken from you, from websites. You need to think about that. I don't like being spied on by any advertisers. I don't like being spied on by anybody. And tonight, we're here, right, doing this AMA, and you can see this beautiful studio with all of the computers and all of the gear here. Privacy and security is paramount for a show like this. I have to have Virtual Shield VPN. Now, if you want to browse the internet anonymously and securely like I do, please visit Virtual Shield VPN. Right there, there's the description box below. You can click on that link. You can go over to jimmychurchradio.com. Right there, there's an advertisement. Click on that, get over there, and get Virtual Shield VPN. You can go to virtualshield.com/fade to black, all right? And you will get Virtual Shield VPN for free. All right, back to the questions. This is our YouTube AMA. Is that what that looks like? I'm looking at myself point down. Right there. Right there. Description box below. Virtual Shield VPN. Next question. Jimmy, did you have any malevolent spirits with you on the Queen Mary? I did not. I had a great time, though. My first ghost hunt. My first ghost investigation on the Queen Mary. Nothing crazy. Fun, though. Crazy things happened, but nothing mean. Any chance you will someday go back to coast? Can never predict the future, but not now. And the answer is probably not, but never say never. Okay. Shark Island or Kicks? Oh, Shark Island was a band here in Los Angeles. Saw them many times. And never saw Kicks, by the way. But Shark Island, the drummer for Shark Island was a buddy of mine, Walt Woodward. Walt Woodward III. Walt was a cool dude. Hung out with him throughout the 80s. And Walt, he was in Shark Island. He was in Sinners and Saints, Saints and Sinners, The Scream, and Shark Island. And Walt died back in 2010. But yeah, I was a big Shark Island fan. Trying to think, what was that singer's name? Richard Black? Could be. All right. Let's see. Played Freebird on my guitar today. Plan 9 from Outer Space. The original, I've watched it so many times. I have the DVD. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Okay, let's see. Gravity takes its toll. This is a comment. A guest on Coast to Coast said that the current trajectory of Nibiru creates the days of Noah as predicted by Jesus. Didn't know that. But of course, I think anybody could say anything, but that's pretty interesting. Okay, let's see. Have you heard from Deet, the alien hybrid? I have not heard from Deet. We should get Deet back on the show. Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. That's from Joe Rich. Let's see. Next question. This is from Deb Jones. Deb says, do you think the new administration might modify the grid against solar flares and terrorist attacks? We need to protect our electrical grid from solar flares or a terrorist attack. We are wide open, man. We're wide open. One of the reasons why it's the electrical grid, but it's also the internet. Because everything is connected these days. And our electrical grid is now run by the internet. Like all of our infrastructure, which goes with, airplanes and tankers and freighters and trains and trucks. Everything. If it goes down, here in Los Angeles, most people don't know this. LA is a big place. But honestly speaking, we have two ways in and out. We have the 10 freeway and we have the 5 freeway. That's it. And if anything goes down, the 5 freeway gets shut down, that goes to all of the farmland in Central California where all the food is that comes in and feeds Los Angeles and the rest of the country. But if anything happens to that, we starve to death. We're good for about 3 days. Anything happens to the 10 freeway, which goes out to Phoenix and out across the country and ends in Florida, that gets shut down. We've got nothing. So absolutely, we need to protect our electrical grid right now. I think it should be a huge priority. So there you go. All right. Two. Let's see. Okay. Hey, Jay, I've answered you about Bob Lazar now 15 times, so you can stop. Let's see. What is your T-shirt size, Jimmy? Extra large. Extra large. I wonder why you're asking. Extra large. Large is too small. 2X is too big. I'm an extra large guy. I'm 6 foot tall, 200 pounds. All right. Jimmy, by any chance, do you have an open position for a reporter based in Mexico? We do. Email me, jimmy@jimmychurchradio.com. Let's see. Are these repeating? Are you guys posting? Jimmy, does AI think it's too fat? I don't know. I don't understand the question. Yes. All right. Nori and his huge stable of 3 callers. You know what? I'm going to make a comment on that. Let me tell you something. This is what I did at Coast. I would have all of the callers in front of me on the computer. I knew who was on the line. And I hosted Coast for 6 or 7 years. In the beginning, 6 years ago, 7 years ago, I wasn't paying much attention and stuff. But as one week rolled into another and to another and to another, and I would see those callers up, I didn't pick them up. And it's my choice. I'm in control. So that's the deal. And I think that everybody started to recognize, including those callers, that I wasn't going to pick up their calls, and they stopped calling in. But no, I wanted to hear from some. You have 1 million people listening to the show, people trying to call in. At any given moment, once I hung up on a call immediately, right? So I always had a full rack of calls in front of me, and I would pick from people that I've never heard from before, right? And that's what I would do. What goes on there, what George wants to do, those are his choices, all right? He can do, and that goes with any host over at Coast to Coast. But for me, no. And that's what I did. All right, little Coast Inside information for you there. Let's see. 2005 UFO book says 16 planets in our solar system. Yeah, it could be. No, they're not paid callers, by the way. So just so you know, I think that's Sam. They're not paid. That I can assure you. Let's see. Let's see. Hey, in regards to Project Serpo, do you believe it's true? And if so, what's the point of going to the moon if we've already been to other planets? Jordan, that is a great question. Now, Project Serpo, when it first started, I'm not even sure of the year, but let's say I got to go 25 years ago. It seems like maybe late 90s. Somewhere in there. Okay, anyway, I read it all. Read all the updates. I would rush home and jump on the net and see if there was something new. What was his name? Martinez. I could have that wrong. But anyway, it was a very complicated website. Lots of information. Pages and pages and pages and pages. Huge, in-depth. And it was pretty cool. Science fiction of the highest order. And now, this is what I think, Jordan. And I'm not here to break hearts. Okay? But listen to me. I think that Project Serpo, and that includes everybody that was involved with it, save for maybe one or two. But everybody, I'm not going to name names, we're all connected to the CIA. Disinformation. Yeah. All right, there. I said it. Sue me. Okay. Do you believe in the Patterson-Gimlin footage? You're talking about Bigfoot. And the answer is yes, and I just lost where I was at. Now I have to scroll all the way back. Oh, no. Oh, geez. Okay, I have to apologize. Do I believe in the Patterson-Gimlin film? I do. And I've said many times, if the UFO community had footage that was like the Patterson-Gimlin Bigfoot footage, it would be case closed on the UFO question. We would be discussing all of the UFO agendas in another context. It's that good. But then I have issues with Bigfoot. So there you go. Man, oh, man. I apologize. Okay, I think I got it. Did I? Okay, just stay with me, everybody. I apologize. Okay, all right. I'm just going to have to start here. Really apologize for that. I lost my place. I believe in the Patterson-Gimlin film for too many reasons. Jimmy, what got you into radio? And also, what studio are you in? Right now, I'm in mine. I'm in the bunker. I've been broadcasting here for a very long time. What got me into radio was the desire because I would listen to talk radio all day long, sports stations out of San Diego specifically. And I was like, man, this is before Art Bell. And I knew that I could ask better questions. No, I'm saying that wrong. They weren't asking the questions that were on my mind, whatever the subject was. And then Art came along, and that was pretty cool. I really enjoyed Art Bell. There was Dave Jenkins here in L.A. way before, and Joe Goodman out of Las Vegas. Dave Jenkins was on ABC radio here doing late night conspiracy talk. And I really enjoyed it. And I thought, if I ever get the opportunity, I will be able to ask the questions. And I just compiled all. And so I knew from a very long time ago that this is what I wanted to do. So that's it. And when the music industry took its turn in the 2000s, I just went to school for communication and radio and television and journalism. And that's what I did. And that's it. Hit the ground running. And here we are today in 2020. Let's see. Staying with me. Okay, you guys are talking amongst yourselves. I'm trying to get to the question. Jimmy, thoughts on, are you super chatting somebody's, oh, really? Is that what that is? I have no idea. Are you? Okay, thank you. Yeah, I didn't even see what that is. So that's what that is? I had no idea. I saw it up there. Are you? I guess you donated $100? That's pretty cool. Thank you for that. And so that's what this is over here. Deb kicked in $50 for Thanksgiving dinner and the homeless. Thank you. All right. There you go. I didn't know. Okay. I didn't know what that was. I had no idea. Thank you, RU. Thank you, Deb. Jimmy, what's your favorite food? Okay. I like my steaks. I do. I love my Armenian food, Mediterranean food, my kebabs, Italian food, way up there. Rita will tell you that I like Italian food the best, but I love Mexican too as well. But if I had my choice, I'm driving down the road and somebody says, let's go wherever you want. I'm going to find a good steakhouse. Yeah, I'm going to find a good steakhouse first. Let's see. Next up. Have you read the book President Eisenhower's Close Encounters? I have not. Somebody posted something about that the other day. I have not. And whoever the author is, email me and send me a copy of the book, electronic, PDF. Let me check it out. But yeah, I've seen a couple of things. What instrument did your dad play in the Army band? My dad, who may be listening right now, my dad played a lot of instruments. I would say that he was band leader of the Army band, and his main acts, I think he would tell you that it would be trombone, but he played nearly all of the wind instruments. He didn't play reeds, but he played flute really well. Played flugelhorn. He could handle a trumpet as well. So all of that he did, but he also was a bass player, and he did pretty well there too. He was pretty good. We always had a bass in the house with a Fender amp that was always there, and so there you go. But he played just about everything. When you're a band leader and you need to tell somebody they suck and they're playing something wrong, you need to back that up. All right? All right. So there you go. Release the internet. Timeout Kraken is staring at you. So I don't know what that's about. Let's see. Do you mind if I type the same question tonight? I think you've been doing it all night long. There you go. Pick up that guitar and talk to me. Which one? Which one? I'd trade Jose for a cup of coffee if I was let's see. I'm just enjoying your guys' conversation, too, as well. Somebody just got put in a timeout. Can you please do a show on the work of Charles Fort? I don't know who Charles Fort is. That's from Wanderlust. I don't know who Charles Fort is. I can't know everything all the time. But, yeah. Let's see. Top speed achieved. What do you mean? Like in a car? What's the fastest I've gone? I've gone fast. Can I still get arrested if I talk about some of the top speeds that I've done? Yeah. I've done way north of $150. And I'll say this. For anybody that goes, oh, man, I've done 150 miles an hour. I've done 170. You have not. You haven't. Stop with that. I have. And it was the most frightening thing I've ever done in my life. Jimmy, do you still associate with James Gilliland of ECETI? I haven't talked to James. I talked to James last year. I think he was on my panel, right? Was that last year or the year before? At Contact in the Desert. Yeah, he was on the panel. Talked to him. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Have I talked to him lately? I have not. But we've been in lockdown for a year. There's no reason. I don't think there's anything going on at ECETI. I don't know. So there you go. I haven't had a reason to talk to James. So, but yeah. I guess we're cool. Let's see. Jimmy, have you ever thought about Vallis being the Black Knight satellite? Yeah, this is what's really weird. I've had email about this. I've had phone calls. I've had texts come in, and that is very interesting. I'm going to say to everybody, what is going on with this community in Vallis? I think that is very interesting. Okay, let's see. Jimmy, this is from Brian. Are you familiar with Super Soldier talk host James Rink? I am not. Is he good? Is he a super soldier? Is that what he talks about? I am not familiar. You can certainly email me his information. Okay, let's see. Which do you prefer? Fender, Marshall, Vox, etc. I've got a Fender Twin right behind me. You can see it. It's right there. I dig Fender. I dig Ashdown. I dig Marshall. All different sounds. Prefer Class A if you got a big enough room where you crank everything up. I like really cool modeling amps. I've been through a few of those, and modeling pedals like Line 6 and the Genesis 3 by Digitech is really cool too as well for achieving tones at low volumes. And if you know how to tweak them, you can get those to sound really good. Right now, I'm playing a Fender Twin, and that is what is behind me. I have a 412 angled in my garage that hasn't been plugged in years. Okay. Let's see. Jimmy, when will Fade to Black launch on the radio? I'm not sure about that question. If you're talking about terrestrial radio, probably never. The option to do that has been presented to us over the years and continues to happen. Terrestrial radio may always exist in some form, but everything is shifting to the internet. And right now, if you buy a car, if you go get a brand new car today, it's like you have to order the radio. You can't even get a CD player, right? Everything is shifting to the internet. And I'm not so sure if in a year or two, if there's going to be terrestrial radio anywhere. Who right now has a radio in their home that they have used in the last year, last 2 years, last 3 years, for whatever reason? Be honest. So, yeah, 25 years ago, it was everybody. Everybody. Today, no. Today, you don't even have a landline. Everybody's got a cell phone. And that's your radio these days. So, I don't know. Well, no. Will Fade to Black ever? Nah, we are looking to the future. Jimmy, are you a Freemason? No, I am not. If not, then have you considered joining? No, I have not. What I have considered, like all of us, is I would love to go to a meeting. I would like to see what's going on. I need to take a break right here. Let's take a break. This is Fade to Black. Tonight's our YouTube AMA. You guys are the best. We got a lot to go. We got another 2 segments, another hour of your questions. It's Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. I'll be right back.
Hi, everybody. This is Rob Halford, the Metal Guard on JimmyChurchRadio.com.
This is KGRA Digital Broadcasting Station, Salt Lake City, Utah, Van Buren, Arkansas.
Why is it we're not very good with our health regimen until it's too late? We don't put oil in the car until the engine blows up. When the body's out of balance, your health is not so good. Give your body some love. Log on to GetTheT.com. That's GetTheT.com. Try our Life Change Tea, which cleanses you from harmful intruders. A clean colon is one of the ways to bring the body in balance. We also carry organic supplements to help you get where you need to go. So do your body a favor. Log on to GetTheT.com. That's GetTheT.com. You can even visit our sales page to save some dough. Does anybody call money dough anymore? Anyway, if you're looking for short, helpful health tips, go to YouTube and punch in Health Matters Now. That's Health Matters Now. So, log on to GetTheT.com, shop, get balanced, then learn some cool tips at Health Matters Now. You'll be glad you did. That's GetTheT.com.
Your contact for current news and trending topics. KGRARadio.com.
This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black, and I only drink Fade to Black blend coffee from River Moon. Just click on the River Moon Coffee banner at jimmychurchradio.com. Promo code F2B Blend. Let's face it, you've always wanted to do a sky watch and see your first UFO. Today, it's easy. Just get your own HP7 3B Cobalt Jimmy Church Edition night vision goggles from Hoffman's Optics. This is the same U.S. military system that I use, featuring a Generation 3 blue phosphor image tube. That's right, it's blue, not black and green. This is the only blue system in the world, and it's waterproof, lightweight, combat-proven, simple to use, and ready to go. Hoffman's Optics helped create night vision sky watches, and now you can see what everyone has been talking about each night from your own backyard. Just call 760-231-9929. That's 760-231-9929. You can click on the banners on our site or visit UFONightVisionGoggles.com. That's UFONightVisionGoggles.com. Go back, Lee Tepe.
This is the only way forward.
This is Fade to Black. Make contact. KGRARadio.com.
When you're in the house for longer periods of time, you can see them flying or running across the floor. Ooh, yuck. They're unhealthy, gross, and disgusting. Bugs. I loathe bugs. We keep a clean home, but occasionally bugs show up. Well, I found something that is tougher than bugs. Orange Guard. On contact, it kills hidden bugs, including ants, roaches, and fleas. Plus, Orange Guard is a residual repellent. All of the ingredients of Orange Guard are on the FDA generally recognized as safe list. Orange Guard may be used around food, humans, and pets. It comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Orange Guard. Available at orangeguard.com, Whole Foods, and Ace Hardware.
Telepath is a weekly digital newsletter filled with the latest paranormal news, trending topics, and fresh articles from some of the most popular critical thinkers in the community today. Stay informed on your favorite paranormal podcasts and live streaming talk shows. Interact with the Telepath and upload your paranormal story or pics. It could be featured in an upcoming edition. Sign up right now for the free Telepath newsletter at paranormal.radio. That's paranormal.radio.
You want to know a secret? I love ponies. I really love ponies. I'm serious. I couldn't stay sane without ponies to brush.
Why fade to black? Because you never got that pony, damn it.
This is Fade to Black with Jimmy Church on the Game Changer Radio Network and KGRA, the Global Radio Alliance.
Welcome back, Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. Tonight is our YouTube AMA. This is fun. I could do this all the time. I'm just letting you guys know. This is an amazing time. And so hello to everybody on YouTube. And I've got everything up in front of me, and it's crazy. I'm trying to keep up with all of it. But let's keep it going. And let's see here. Next up, Jimmy, you look like a tough SOB. I am. Have you ever been in a fist fight? I have. That's right. So just think about that. Okay, let's see. Dread Zeppelin. Do you know? Okay, that is a crazy question. Dread Zeppelin, back in the day, and I'm talking about in the mid '80s, there was a band in Pasadena called the Prime Movers, and the Prime Movers, they got a record deal, and the Prime Movers, I think I would classify them as they were like the Police, but an excellent band. And I remember the bass player and the drummer. The drummer was Kurt. Gary. I remember bass. Joe was the guitar player, and Joe was excellent. Well, anyway, the Prime Movers. Let me stay focused here. They had an artist, a graphic artist, that worked with them. That was a friend of mine. His name was Bryant, and Bryant was cool, and he would bring in their flyers and things, and I would help him with that. He would design it, but I would do the photography and things. But Bryant introduced me to the Prime Movers, and we went and saw them like at Madame Wong's, and I ended up I wasn't friends with the band, but we hung out a lot. Well, they broke up, and they were an excellent band. They really should have been all-stars. But they broke up, and they became Dread Zeppelin. And I couldn't believe it, because the Prime Movers, excellent, but they were like the Police. You know, they had this new wave thing going on, and they were great. They became Dread Zeppelin, and I've been a fan of Dread Zeppelin ever since. And so, yeah, that is so funny that you brought that up, because that is just a total Pasadena thing that goes back many, many years for me. But that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Okay. Wow. Brian Fernandez. That was his name. Brian Martinez. Fernandez. Brian Fernandez. If you ever listen to this show, Brian, get a hold of me. Oh, man. We hung out a lot back in the day. Let's see. Oh, man, I just lost track again. Okay, I just rolled this, and I have lost where I was. I have no idea. I'm just going to have to scroll back and pick a spot. I'm going to have to just scroll back. Jimmy, what upgrades have you done to your Jeep? I do have a Jeep. And what's the best wheeling adventure so far? Okay, that's okay. Great question. I'll make it quick. I had most of the modifications done when it was purchased, the wheels, and everything about it. That was done. It's a Willys Edition 4-door black Jeep. But I have put runners on. I took the rock protection, the rock, I forget what the rock guards. I removed those and put on tube side steps. So that has been done. And I've left it stock. I do want to put on a front winch and bumper, and I'm looking for stuff that will match what I put on the side. It's very tough to find the matching stuff, and a matching back bumper. And then I'm going to leave it. Now, I have taken it to the top of a mountain behind us where Steve Murillo hang glides. And that's a pretty cool road, 2-track. going up, and I've done it a few times, and I did it with Rita, and I didn't know. I was like, man, Rita loved it, and so we get to the bottom. We go up and down, and Rita, we're doing our thing, and it's pretty treacherous. We get to the bottom. Rita's like, the next time we go, I'm driving. So yeah, I want to do more stuff with it and get it out there. It can handle anything. Let's see. Is this directed at me? Am I familiar with the link between Asperger's and the indigo? No. I have to answer that directly. Let's see. Trump 2020. Okay. I don't care. Jimmy, what do you think is the primary reason the government doesn't tell us the truth about aliens? I can tell you right now, the primary reason, simple. They would have to sit and answer all of the questions about all of the lies that have been told over the years. And it would be endless. One of the primary things behind all of this is if the government had and has knowledge of free energy, anti-gravity, and haven't shared it with the world because food, heat, electricity for the world that is desperate for those things, the ability to farm without cost. Think about that. And the people that go hungry every single day and that don't have electricity and access to clean water and things that would all be part of that, and they would have to answer for that. It would be ugly. It would be ugly. So yeah, they would have to deal with that. I don't agree about radio. I have to broadcast more online, but all truckers use radio. They do, and I agree with that. But they also have Sirius XM. But yeah, you're right about that. Yeah. Yep. I agree with that. But even I would say that most truckers, maybe half, are still listening to the radio. But if you go, I'd say the other half of a trucker's rig, and truckers that are listening to me right now, I'm speaking straight. They got a very sophisticated setup. They do, man. And they have the internet streaming. They have Sirius XM. They've got television. They've got the most sophisticated cab with electronics set up in there. And you go to them and go, when was the last time you listened to the radio? Well, I don't know. I don't. So I would say it's half and half and is moving quickly the other way. All right. Let's see. Jimmy, what is your favorite music to listen to? Rock and roll. It varies. Rock and roll's a big thing, but I can listen to at the drop of the hat. I could listen to Jeff Beck, any era. I can listen to Black Sabbath. I can listen to Judas Priest or Pantera, Rammstein, Steve Vai. I'm just going across Steely Dan, the Carpenters. I'm just going across. I could listen to Frampton Comes Alive, beginning to end, but if I was going to just listen to something, Van Halen, right, of course. If I was going to listen to anything like after the show tonight, and I just pick something. Van Halen 2, Frank Zappa, Joe's Garage, just about any Zappa, Overnight Sensations, Zoot Allures. But yeah, there you go. It's varied, but I dig just about anything. Jimmy, Ross here from Indianapolis. How you doing, Ross? Do you believe there will be a fake alien invasion in the next 20 years, as stated by Stephen Greer and also foretold by Werner von Braun on his deathbed? Yeah, did Werner von Braun actually say that in his deathbed? No actual public verification of this. I know that Carol Rosen, who worked for him as his assistant, has stated this. I don't know if he ever said that, but as fact. But do I believe that there could be a fake alien invasion? I do. The technology is there. Easy. The problem with the fake alien invasion, I understand why you would do it. You would unite the world and get everybody on the same page and focused on something and get them off of something else. I get that. But the problem with it, if you've got a fake alien invasion and you've got a spaceship over Los Angeles and somebody takes out a gun and starts shooting at it or whatever, and the bullets are going through it, I think the fake alien invasion would only last for about 15 or 20 minutes before people realized that it was BS. That's the problem with it. I don't think you could extend the fake alien invasion for too long because we would expect something to happen. What, are they going to start shooting at us? When's that going to happen? If that doesn't happen, then it's not really an alien invasion. When is the contact going to be made? When are the dudes going to come off of the ship and start running around in the streets? How long can you extend it out for? That's the problem with the fake alien invasion. Would they try it? I don't know. Let's see. Jimmy, who was the hottest 80s girl? What is that? Hottest 80s girl? Think that girl from Weird Science. What was her name? Wasn't she from Canada? I could be wrong. Kelly. Oh, I can't remember her name. The hottest 80s girl? I have to think too hard on that. The hottest 80s girl. What's her name from I don't know. Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Isn't she married to I can't even remember. I have no idea. Moving on. Let's see. Jimmy, this is a good. Okay, Jimmy, will you be having a time traveler on to make predictions? Didn't you have one on some time back? This is a fun show, by the way. Yeah. Any time travelers out there? It's Jimmy at jimmychurchradio.com. That's a tough zone to go into. Yeah. I mean, how do you prove a time traveler? Right? I did watch a video the other day. I'm sure all of you have seen it. The guy on the park bench, and he's showing the pictures. He's got his iPad. This is a picture of the future. This is flying cars. This is my apartment building. And it gets all windy, and he's only got so much time. It's buyable and believable for a minute, and it's fun to go down that zone. But yeah, there you go. Let's see. How many times have you listened to the whole show? Who, me? Most people believe that the Utah monolith is a work of art. I was thinking about this earlier, about that monolith. Okay, it's a work of art. Let's just say that. But how did dude get it into a piece of federal land undetected? How big is it? Is it solid? I think it's hollow because I saw the nails and the screws or whatever, the rivets, I think. But it's got to be heavy. You had to have it on a trailer. You had to have buddies with you. You had to get it off the trailer. How did you do that? Did you have a portable crane with you to lift it out? How did you set up? It's got to be dug into the ground. How much of it is really underground to support it so it doesn't flip over? All of these questions. And how do you do that undetected? Maybe it was aliens. I don't know. But yeah, I have no idea. Jimmy, do you think that it is possible out there in this world that there are extraterrestrial beings that look exactly like human beings from head to toe and are within society? Look, that's a very easy question to answer, and it's yes. And this is why I say that. DNA, amino acids, the basic sugars, RNA, DNA, and the chemical makeup of all of that is available throughout the universe. So I would think that the perfect body to build, upright, 2 legs, 2 arms, 2 hands, digits, right? 2 eyes, stereo, 2 ears, stereo. These are things that make sense, right? So if it was done here, I think that same accidental chemical soup is throughout the universe. Now, the question is height, right? That's a gravity issue. We are between 5 and 6 feet tall. You know, we're shorter and there's some taller, but because of gravity, right? Less gravity, we would be taller, right? More gravity, we would be shorter. But I'm thinking that this basic makeup is common. I've said this so many times that the basics of the basics, I'm talking about chemicals, carbon, the sugars, amino acids, metals, gases, they're all the same. Oxygen, nitrogen, they're all the same. It's the same anywhere in the universe. All stars are made up of the same thing. We are stardust. So that magical combination has to have happened trillions of times. It's just a numbers game. So, yeah, could they be walking around us? And, yeah, absolutely. I believe that. Jimmy, what got you first interested in UFOs? My mom and my friend in 4th grade, John, I don't want to say his last name. His last name started with a D, though. We've talked, but it's been 25 years. But anyway, yeah, 4th grade. And at that time, Chariots of the Gods had come out, and my mom took me to go see Chariots of the Gods. And that was the catalyst of everything. So I was 9 years old, 1972. I was born in 63, 4th grade. What was my teacher's name, 4th grade? Mrs. Lafferty. Lafferty. And she read A Wrinkle in Time to the class. And that's what got it all started. There you go. Let's see. Jimmy, please have Theodore White on your show again. When did I have Theo on the show the first time? Somebody let me know. We have seen the aliens, and they are you. You should make more of this with all those donations. Right? Have donations happened? I saw those too. I don't even know how that works. So, yeah, I can't. if more have come in and I don't know how it works. Okay, but thank you. I don't even know how do we get the money. I would love to donate it or spend it on something cool for the studio. Spend it on Rita. Spend it on Thanksgiving. Whatever. I got to figure that part out. Okay. Let's see. Man, I'm almost at a commercial break. Dred Zeppelin is awesome. Yes, they are. This is better than most Fade to Black shows with a guest. Oh, man. Let's see. Oh, no, I did it again. See, I can't. There is so much here, and it just jumped. Elizabeth Hurley, Tawny Katane. Is that where you guys are at? Is that Kevin Kline? Yes, that's right. That's who somebody's married to. Okay, I'm just going to go forward from there. I'm Alf. Oh, man. Just stay with me. You guys have way too much. Oh, that's funny. Okay, look, I'm trying to get to questions. I really apologize. Kelly LeBrock from Weird Science. That was her name. Wasn't she from Canada? Okay. Yes. I need questions. Jimmy, could some UAPs be psychokinetic? I can't read that word. I don't even know if that is a word. Psychokinetic emanations? Is that what that says? Yes, is the answer. This is the thing. When it comes to sightings, it's too whack. I know that some of you have, I'm going to get the story in really quick before the break. The famous Zorro Z that we saw, and it was green. It was like aquamarine, blue, green. And we're standing out there. We got a couple of hundred of us, and we're all looking at the sky, having fun, whooping and hollering. And this thing pops up out of nowhere. And it was very physical. And it did this backwards Z, a big chunk of the night sky. And we all screamed at the same time. And it's what happened before and after, too, as well, like blinked its headlights. But could we have manifested that? It came out of nowhere, right? Could that been, is that possible? Yes. And having some of these sightings that we have had, because there's other nights when you can go out and nothing, but with a large group of people, suddenly the skies are lighting up like the end of Close Encounters. I can't explain that. Is that the power of the mind? I don't know. Is it that they were invited in because of a consciousness connection? Yes, and CE5 and all of that. I don't do CE5s, but is that possible? It is. I can't explain that. I can't. And with that, I need to take a break right here. This is Fade to Black. Tonight's our YouTube AMA. I lost track of the questions, and what I feel so bad about is I probably skipped over some of these questions, but it's the way it goes when it's this much stuff happening all at one time, and I'm doing it all myself. It's Fade to Black. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. More of your questions when I come back. Stay with us.
Listening to my boy, Jimmy Church, on JimmyChurchRadio.com.
Despite popular opinion, reading a book will not make you smarter. But listening to Jimmy Church will.
This is Jimmy Church of Fade to Black, and I take Life Change Tea supplements every single day. It's what I do. Click on their banner at jimmychurchradio.com. When you take the beans from Central America with dashes of Indonesian and African mixed in and then roast it to the dark side of Fade to Black, you create the ultimate brew of fringe. Introducing the Fade to Black blend from River Moon Coffee. Yes, River Moon's darkest customized roast was created for the love of Fade to Black. The alchemy of masterful roasting and smoking the beans is in every sip of this full-bodied, dark Java. I need my coffee dark, deep, with distinct bittersweet chocolate highlights, just like the bunker. Leaning further into the darkness of the roast is Fade to Black blend from River Moon Coffee. Just click on the banner at jimmychurchradio.com and use the promo code F2BBLEND for 15% off of your order today. Go Beckley Teppy.
Hello, my name is Billy Carson, and I am a best-selling author and the founder of ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. Together with my team, we have built an all-new conscious streaming TV platform designed with every family member in mind. If you have ever wanted to travel the world and attend lectures and workshops from your favorite speakers but weren't able to, look no further. ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. There are dozens of workshops and lectures from speakers you know and love. We have also included amazing categories to assure that your consciousness is entertained and elevating on a daily basis. Amazing interviews, ancient history, ascension knowledge, wisdom teachings, documentaries, conspiracies, mysteries, health and fitness, conscious cooking, meditations, finance, yoga, and so much more. To start your free trial on any mobile device or computer, surf to ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. That's Forbidden Knowledge with the number 4, ForbiddenKnowledge.tv. Again, visit ForbiddenKnowledge.tv today.
The older we get, the more important it is to stay active and healthy. I exercise regularly, eat right, but recently some new aches and pains have really put a cramp in my routine. A good friend recently told me about Angioprim. She said Angioprim is the original liquid oral chelation supplement, helping people since 2003. Chelation helps remove toxins, heavy metals, calcium, and cholesterol in veins and arteries that may cause blockages and lead to unexplained pain. Research shows the active ingredient in Angioprim has superior oral chelation action that may help promote good cardiovascular health. After a few weeks of taking Angioprim, my pain was gone. Now I'm back and more physically active than ever. Find out more. Go to angioprim.com, ANGIOPRIM.com, or talk to a trained consultant. Call Angioprim right now, 954-882-7221. That's 954-882-7221.
Are you intrigued by Paranormal Talk Radio? You'll love the new Paranormal Radio app from TalkStream Live. You'll find a great selection of talk shows covering UFOs, ghosts, strange phenomena, and much more. Download the Paranormal Radio app now and start listening to the very best in paranormal talk entertainment, including the network you're listening to right now, the Paranormal Radio app, free in Google Play and the iOS App Store.
It's not a lifestyle we chose. We were born this way. KGRARadio.com.
This is KJCR at JimmyChurchRadio.com.
Welcome back, Fade to Black. Tonight is our Happy Thanksgiving week. YouTube AMA. We're taking tomorrow night off. We're taking Thursday night off for Thanksgiving. And I hope everybody has a wonderful Thanksgiving out there. And so there you go. We've got one segment left. This is so much fun. And 2.5 hours of questions. I think next time, I love reading everybody's comments, but I think next time I'm going to have Rita on point and pulling out the questions ahead of time. And it's rough, man. And I have no idea how much further I need to get through all of this. Let's see. Jimmy, have you ever seen any UFOs over the bunker? I have not. And when you go above ground after doing the show, I'm not necessarily looking up. But the thing is, here in Burbank, nothing but light pollution. And so when you look up, you might be lucky and see Mars, and you'll see the moon or something like that. But there are no stars in the sky here. You just can't see it. There's just too much. It's the way it is. It's a big drag. Okay, Jason says, I guess he didn't like my question. That's okay. I didn't see your question, Jason, and I must have skipped over it. Let's see. Farrah Fawcett. Farrah Fawcett wasn't 1980s. I had that Farrah Fawcett T-shirt on in 7th grade, and that would have been 1976. 75, 76, something like that. The Screaming Blue Messiahs was the greatest band in the 80s. Good band. I agree with that. Let's see. Would you ever have on Dr. Doom, Major Ed Dames, as a guest? No. I'm just not. Back in the day, Ed Dames, entertaining, fun radio. Just not buying what he's selling anymore. I haven't done that for 20 years. Jimmy, do you think UFOs or aliens are visiting us from the far, far past to our present time? Well, it would have to be that way. So the answer is yes. Okay, look. Put this in your mind's eye for a second. I've got to get to the rest of these questions. But you are looking at a star. And let's say maybe in a telescope, right? You're looking at a star. And then you find out that you're looking at a star that is, pick a number, 10,000 light years away. You are looking at that star 10,000 light years ago. You're not looking at them today, right? So if somebody left that star and came here, then they would be from our distant past. However it was when they get here, that's another thing. And maybe they, but... And this is where things get complicated, because the universe is 90 billion light years across. It's a lot of friggin' light years, and that's a lot of time. We are only 4.5 billion years old here on this earth. We've only been modern for 200,000 years. We've only been part of science and what we would call the modern age for 300 years, 400 years, if you go to Copernicus and Galileo. Modern science, 100 years. So, yeah, anything that is visiting our planet would be from the distant past. And that's the best way that I can describe that to you. Let's see. Ali Sheedy. Jimmy, would you play an acoustic guitar inside the Great Pyramid when everybody has gone back out? I would. The question is sneaking that guitar in. Yeah, but could you imagine, right? In the Grand Gallery playing Freebird? Yeah, it's that's pretty cool. Ryan O'Neal starred in Barry Lyndon. Yes, he did. Farrah Fawcett's husband. Yes, Barry Lyndon. Might be Lyndon Johnson. That's funny. That was good. I remember that poster. What about your soul? Okay, this is part of a conversation. See, I read that because of the question mark. Jimmy, how tall are you? I am 5'11 3/4. I'm 6 foot. Depends on my shoes. 6 foot. The Tragically Hip is a great rock and roll band. Yes, they are. I saw them in Austin Okay, good for you. Let's. Oh no, it skipped again. I have no idea. Okay. I'm just gonna have to just pick something out. Oh, there's how tall are you? I got back to it. Just stay with me. Jimmy, did you take your rosemary beads to the Queen Mary? I left them in my car. I forgot them. I took them. I left them in my car, so they didn't go in. House of Large Sizes has the chunkiest guitar riffs of any band from Iowa. You know who I think is a good band right now? Who I really dig? Clutch. Clutch. Man. I can't get me enough Clutch these days. It doesn't matter. Let's see. Fourth grade, Mrs. Drewinski. Right, said Fred. Okay, all right. Jimmy's going to have a headache after the show. I have got a headache now. Okay. Press 1 if you know Jesus is Savior. Oh, man. Oh, jeez. Okay, all right. I have no idea where I'm at. This is fun. I get it. I get it. My eyes, yeah. MIDI guitar tuned in 432. Yeah. See, now I'm watching myself laugh. That's making me laugh. Let's see here. I hate Freebird. Rage is in the house. Rage Against the Machine. Love Clutch. Okay, now we're almost in real time. Yeah, Clutch is cool. Let's see, Jimmy. What is the origin of religion? That's simple. You know, I've spoken about this enough, and I really mean this. Religion has to be part of control, and the reason why not control. I mean, it's control today. But if you go back 5,000 years, 6,000 years, 7,000 years, religion as we know it today has to have been just a form of control, because you've got hundreds, maybe thousands of people in your community that haven't gone to school, right? They don't know how to write. They don't know how to read. Maybe there wasn't even a written language back then. But the point being that you have to control, you've got to get everybody on the same page, right? God says we need to herd the cattle. God says we need to grow some food over here. God says we need to plant seeds. God says we need to do this. God says we need to dig a well, right? That's you've got to put the fear of God into people to make sure that you got things done so you survived. Now, that's that part of it. And so that is turned into control today. I get that. I totally get it. Then there's the other part. When the knowledge came from the heavens, the knowledge came from angels, the knowledge came from the stars. Now, what's that all about? It's it blows my mind, and I don't think the two are the same, right? But if you I don't think they are. One is for control, but the other one may have been information, some kind of communication. I don't know if it's channeling or if a UFO came out of the sky and ET came down and said, "Hey, I'm going to teach you how to make fire." Right? I'm going to teach you how to modify wheat. I don't know. So it's like two different things. But yeah, I don't know. Jimmy is my American Idol. Oh, good for you. So you're not from the United States. So as far as Americans go, I'm your idol. That's pretty good. Stay solid with that. Yeah, I'll point you in the right direction. I get teased by looking like Kid Rock. You do? That's. Do you have a mullet? Do you have a mullet? Jimmy, when is the next Bigfoot show and David Pilates? Okay, now, I'm going to give you a sneak peek over the next month of, I think we're going to do this in December. We're going to do Bigfoot Week. All right? 3 Bigfoot guests, and then we'll have a Bigfoot Fader night. But we're planning a Bigfoot Week. All right? It's been in the works for a little bit now, but I want the best of the best of the best. But we're going to have a Bigfoot Week. Need to get David Pilates back on. Any show with David Pilates is great. Okay? All right. Jimmy, you have to do more of these YouTubes, AMAs. Yeah, I agree. It's fun. It's fun. You have one granted wish before you die. You can invite 3 people to dinner. Who would you invite to the table? I would invite you. Just for asking that question. 3 people to dinner? What, do they have to be, famous? Would they be celebrities? I don't even know. 3 celebrities to dinner? Who would it be? Man, I don't know. Who would be cool? Okay, you know what? David Letterman would be a good dinner guest. David Letterman. David Letterman. Antonio Banderas would be a good. Quentin Tarantino would be a good dinner. Joe Pesci would be a good dinner guest. You know what? Who's lighting it up these days? Out of his mind crazy? James Woods. James Woods would be a good dinner guest. But those are all males. What about females? Tilda Swinton would be a great dinner guest. She would be good. Okay, I'm running out of space. I'm tired, but she would be good. I'm trying to think. Who would be a really good female? Maybe going back, like somebody like Condoleezza Rice. Put her at the dinner table, right? What about somebody from the past? Would somebody like Donald Trump be a good? What about having Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton as dinner guests and Barack Obama, right? Line it up right there. That would be, yeah. All right, let's see. Oh, man, I have rolled past. I did it again. I'm just going to have to roll in. I'd be asking Trump all sorts of questions. Well, see, yes. I mean, yeah. Jimmy Page wrote, "The girl I live has long black wavy hair. What did Jeff Beck ever do?" Chris, you are out of your mind. Have you listened to the Jeff, how we ended as lovers? Have you listened to that? If that doesn't make you cry, what about, of course, the Jeff Beck group, the Orange Album? How about Wired? That's just crazy talk. Go and watch the video, Jeff Beck live at Ronnie Scott's. Watch that. Tell me, what did Jeff Beck ever do? You're fired. You got to stand in the corner for 5 minutes, maybe till the end of the show. Let's see. Chiming in on James Woods, Trump would rule that dinner party. Jimmy, do you have an AM/FM radio at home? I do not. No, I take that back. I do. I've got a portable one that we bought. We went last year. We went to go see Nicole Pashinyan from Armenia speak downtown in Los Angeles. And so we bought a portable radio, AM/FM, with headphones because there was a translator that was going to be broadcasting at a special radio band, FM band, and so I could listen to the speech and translation. We left it in the car. Never even put batteries in it. So I have one. It has no batteries. Trump, Clinton, and an MC. A referee. Yeah, and a referee. Yeah, no doubt. Let's see. Oh, man, I lost it again. Yeah, Jeff Beck is legend. It just said, would you have? No, I would not have him on the show. Let's see. Jimmy, what guest has had the biggest impact on you in recent memory? In recent memory? David Icke is always strong. Dolan's always strong. Linda always makes me think. Jason Quitt blows my mind. Billy Carson. I'm going down, Scott Walter always makes me think. Yeah. I love all the shows about Egypt. They always make me think. But if you go back and Jim Mars, John Anthony West, Stanton Friedman, and all three are not with us anymore. And it messes with me because we had them all on the show all the time. And it was great and it was amazing. And you kind of take that stuff for granted. And I know that I did with Jim Mars and John Anthony West and Stanton Friedman, where they just left us so suddenly. I was talking to Jim Mars, and we had done a show, and he wanted to come back on, and I think we did that show. But he had told me at that time, he said, Jimmy, I'm having some crazy health issues, and I don't know what to do. And it's starting to freak me out. And we talked a lot over that 6 months, and the next thing you know, he's no longer with us. And Mars had a big impact on me. So did Stanton. So did John Anthony West. And they're no longer with us. Yeah. Okay, let's see. I'm almost out of time, so I'm going to try to get as many in here. Jimmy, do you believe there is land outside of the Arctic Circle? Jeffrey, I'm not sure if I understand the question. I'm not sure. What is quantum continue is to ask? Okay, I don't get that. Let's see. I'm running out of time. Let's see. Jeff Beck is legend. When is the next Quitspiracy show? We're going to get to that. I can't do it next week, possibly the week after. It's up to Jason's schedule, but I promise I will get to it as soon as I can. Let's see. I saw Jeff Beck with Beck, Bogert, and Appice in Pittsburgh a long time ago. How old are you? I had that album, though. Yeah. I got to hang out with Tim Bogert in Long Beach. We played a show with his band. He was the coolest dude, hung out in the dressing room and allowed me to just ask him the craziest questions. It was really cool. Iommi or Page? What, guitar players? Two different guys. I almost hold them as equals. I do. And if you think about it, Iommi back then breaking ground in 1970 like Page was in 1970, two different things. Gonzo or Bill Ward? Again, two different drummers, two different things, two different genres. But Gonzo, I think, is the one drummer that every drummer or every musician, no matter the background, looks up to. Let's see here. Jimmy, have you heard about the hunt for the most mysterious song on the internet? I have not. Let me know. I have no idea. I want to know what that's about. I'm running out of time here. I'm trying to get these in. Thank you for answering my question. You are welcome. Jimmy, have you watched the Tinfoil Hat podcast? I have not. Is it any good? So it's TV. You're saying watched? So it's a podcast with video? I have not. Is it any good? Would love to know. It's a cool name, Tinfoil Hat. It's got to be cool. Are you going to play guitar for us? Oh, man, I just lost it. Oh, Jimmy, what is the future of the music industry? I don't have enough time to answer that. But let's hope that bands get back to playing. I got a really cool musician on next week, though. I can't say any more than that. I'll make the announcement. You'll find out Sunday night. Jimmy, do you like Joe Bonamessa? I do. I like Joe Bonamessa. He's got his critics. Dude is a pretty amazing guitar player. He really is. Yeah, sometimes he makes me jealous. Looking at the clock, I got 1 minute left. Well, I just scrolled past. Let's see. Jimmy, you wake up as a female. What's the first thing you do and why? I yell at my husband because I want to know what that's like. No, anyway, I don't know. I don't know what I would do. Let's see. A gray Bigfoot and shadow person. I am running out of time. I'm going to say this was a fun night. I've got 15 seconds. The last question, let me scroll to the bottom. I'm all the way at the bottom. Last question posted is, oh, man, now they're coming in. Jimmy, do you think the Skinny Bob alien video is real? That's a great question. It's been around for so long, and it has freaked me out for so long. There's something that makes me want to believe that the Skinny Bob video is real. Okay? It's been out there for too long. So listen, thank you, everybody. I'm looking. The questions are just coming in. Thank you so much. So much fun. We've got to do this again. Thank you so much. And you guys already know, if you're watching the clock, I am out of time. What a great show. Thank you, everybody on YouTube. Great questions. I didn't get half of them in. I didn't. I did my best. But that was just so much fun. I want everybody to have a great, fun, safe, amazing Thanksgiving. Please spend time with family, friends, eat too much, do everything you're supposed to do on Thanksgiving. All right? Remember, gravy all over everything. Fade to Black's executive producers, Rita Camarion. Show is produced by Hilton J. Palm, Renee, Dennis, and Kevin. Announcers are Steve Harder, Gene Vitoa, Mark D. Kovar. Webmaster is Drew the Geek. Music, Doug Aldrich. Intro, Spaceboy, spaceboymusic.com. Fade to Black is produced by KJCR for the Game Changer Network. Syndication is KGRA, The Planet. It's broadcast owned and copyrighted 2020 by Fade to Black and the Game Changer Network, Inc. It cannot be rebroadcast, downloaded, copied, or used anywhere in the known universe. Permission for Fade to Black or the Game Changer Network. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Have a great time. Be safe. We'll see you on Monday.